Well, we're live. Greetings. I only the most steadfast of SeptumSin versus the world viewers. You know who you are, you one person out there. Will actually catch this live and go, oh my God, they're live. But don't worry. This is recorded as it goes on, and I will share it. I will share it tomorrow. So you might have caught it through. Oh wow, they did.
We do have.
We do. Somebody got it. Hello, John Knight. All right. So we got this. This is our first time doing a pickup. And
it's been a minute.
Like November? Did we do one in November? Was that when we did the episode 1 of SeptumSin versus the World, the series?
Maybe, yeah.
And then I got busy because I worked on a movie. I made a movie. Yeah, me. Silly me.
And I helped. Thank you.
Yes, it is. I've got one also upstairs.
Good series.
But I came here directly from work.
Well, so did I.
Trash collecting.
Actually, no, I didn't come directly from work. But
roadside trash collecting is a lucrative business.
Indeed.
But yes, I made a movie. Actually, I made 2 movies during that time. One of which is on Anhedenia Filmz or Anhedenia Productions on Vimeo. If you pay $2, you can get access to all of his catalog, including my movie, The Anhedenia Project, which gives you a rundown of a lot of his. Or you can purchase it through there. I don't recommend that. It's not that good. But the other one that I worked on heavy is called Amityville Webcam. Now, Amityville Webcam is it's been over a year worth of work. Actually, almost 2. Where I wrote it up, I think, in 2022. And then some horrible stuff happened in 2023. But I eventually got my cast. I got the filming done, got the editing done. And I finally got it done today. It's done. I got a couple other things I want to do with it. I want to go ahead and I want to show everybody that's in the main cast. Next week, we're going to do a private screening. And then I'm going to make sure that I've got everything situated with the rights. I've got most of the rights knocked down already. And then I'm going to try and get things going.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
This year, though, good riddance to it. I did not like 2023, but I did finish a movie.
Yeah. And
then I'm also working on Dave's movies. He's got 2. Tales of the Forgotten 1 and 2. And Jake and I are actually a part of that. Most of the second one.
I've been beefing up my acting credits this year.
Apparently. Yeah,
getting ready for that Oscar.
I actually got a lot of acting credits this year. I had Jake has an acting credit in a movie that is out now called Amityville Apocalypse. I have 2 because I also have 2 director credits in it, so that's pretty cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we thought, you know what, we got some time. Mm-hmm. Dave is sick, so we're not working on the film. Next year, we are going to start the SeptumSin versus the World show again. We are going to be we're going to finish up the first season of, what was it? Tabletop Horror, which is our look at a bunch of films about tabletop and LARPing RPGs. And we're going to start showing that off next year. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And Dave's film, I'm going to still be working on that, but I can't neglect the channel anymore. It's been kind of dead.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a pickup. We're going to do a quick pickup just to show off. We haven't done pickups in a while.
And they've been piling up.
So, I have 5. Jake has 5. So why don't we start with this? So, Jake, show them one of the ones you got picking up.
So I have been much more judicious in my purchasing than I was. But even so, it has been a while. So the pickups have been piling up steadily. And of course, this is the time of year for sales. And I went ahead and grabbed some things from a couple of sales. About a month ago, I think, I made a small purchase from Sentai Filmworks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show off those 3 items. And one of them was a cheap one.
That's
but,
good.
you know, it's sort of a cart topper. But it was like some of their stuff they put out dirt cheap. And it's like, okay, this looks like something that might be fun. And this is a series called Natsu no Arashi.
It does look fun.
And it was like really cheap. I think it was like $4 or $5.
There closer to there. Go.
Yeah, there you
go. Look at
that. I think it was like $4 or $5 for the collection. So, you know, nice made in Japan series. Was it 12 episodes, I think? 13 episodes. So, you know, I don't know much about it, but it was good for the price. And I was already making an order, so I was like, why not?
Let's see here. Tokyo Ghoul Part 1 Blu-ray.
Okay.
7 months.
7 months to get it or 7 months to watch it?
What was that, a Prime Day pickup? Because sometimes those take a long time to get. You know, I have both parts of Tokyo Ghoul Ori, but I had the second season burned me so badly. I have been afraid to go back to it. I admit I had, because the second season was kind of like, what the huh?
I still haven't launched into that one.
But I agree with.
I've heard things.
Sentai is one of those where they'll go cheap enough to where you can actually take a chance and go, I don't know about this. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
why not?
I got, let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They take forever on those Prime Day ones.
Too bad.
But some of those deals are really good.
Mm.
Actually, I got a bunch on Amazon for sale this year. That's how I got caught up with My Hero Academia. Is they had season 5 on sale, and they did a flash sale where one of the parts was only $15. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get the 2 parts. And even then, the second part was still cheaper than it was on Crunchyroll. So I will start with a video game, because I like my video games. One I've beaten. I know it's strange. I beat it. I beat it digitally, but I had to get it physically because it is an awesome game. And that is Stray. Now, for those of you who don't know, Stray is about a cat. You play a cat in the post-apocalyptic future. You get separated from your little group of cats, and you get knocked down into this like old domed city, like Logan's Run style. And you're kind of navigating the city and kind of helping what's left of the city survive. You get to find out what happened to humanity. It's a really cool experience. It's chill for the most part, but does have a couple of intense sections. It is a very fun game. I think most people who haven't played it, they should check it out. It's short. It's fun. I couldn't stop playing it until I beat it when it came out. And it takes me a while most of the time. This one did not. It was just that much fun.
Good times.
It is. It's really good. They actually modeled a real cat after this one so that you could actually play as them. You know, if you ever got to where you could play this, I don't know. They might have released a PC version of it. If you ever get it cheap,
I'm wondering, because I feel like I might have seen an advertisement on. I don't know. I'll have to look.
But yeah, you should definitely check it out. I mean, shoot.
The problem with video games that I have sidestepped for most of my life, and I've gone headlong into it lately, is that there's such a time suck.
They are.
And especially when you're first playing them, you want to beat that game. You want to know what's going to happen.
I tell you.
Yeah.
So what's number 2?
Number 2. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is one that I was eyeing for a long time. And it was expensive because the Sentai premium sets tend to be expensive.
Uh-oh.
But it kept going on sale, just not cheap enough because I don't really know the show and I didn't want to risk a whole lot on it. But it just looked really cool. And honestly, I had to pause and go, did I order this one already? But I couldn't find it on my shelf. And when I got it, I was like, no, I don't think I have that. So, you know. And that is the premium set of the series Review Starlight.
I was tempted by that one.
Is a very nice looking
That's very pretty
box set. It's set up like a book, basically. And I haven't opened it to see what's inside yet. Maybe one day I might do some unboxing for some of these or whatever.
It's dust.
But so basically this one is apparently about a theater. It's the Seisho Music Academy. They're preparing for their annual review. So basically, think kind of musical actress kind of character. I've heard good things about the show, but I have not seen it, which is, again, why I was hesitant to go too deep in the cost. But I don't remember exactly how much this was, but it was much cheaper than it had been. And I was like, I want. So I got it.
Actually, it might be a wise decision on that end. Yeah. So let's go ahead and show this one here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Season 6, Part 1, Blu-ray release on December 19th.
Yeah.
I will be waiting for it to go on sale.
Yeah.
I admit, I mean, he's read all of it.
I've read most of the series and have yet to watch an episode. It's really weird. I've seen a couple of the movies, though.
I've watched through season 3 to the end, and I have not read any of it. But, you know, it is there. I mean, Review Starlight I'll have to check out. I've heard rumor that Sentai might be OOPing some of their titles, which I don't want.
I have a feeling that that's one of the reasons why this one was so cheap. I think in the last couple sales, they've had a few series that were cheap. Yeah. And on Crunchyroll as well, some of the ones that they were offering, Sentai titles they were offering, were cheap. So, yeah.
Trigun, Badlands, Rumble, Blu-ray. That was a good deal.
That's
if I didn't already have it. I am a fan of Trigun. I have not watched the new anime.
Well, Switcher, season's greetings to you.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
One of my favorite YouTubers when he posts. Always some of the best musical selections and quality of videos in this sphere. I still say that to this day. He puts it together well. If you ever get a chance, you like music a lot, and I think that you would love some of his videos.
Okay.
I really do. The man knows how to put together a video.
Good deal.
So this next one is going to be from a Kino sale.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
And I've got a couple of these, and I guess this would be an appropriate time for it, considering all the stuff going on in the world, which is the Jewish Soul 10 Classics of Yiddish Cinema. There's another one I really want to get, which happened right before World War II, around that time, which was in German Jewish films from that time, which that would be cool to show.
Right.
Yes. Well, hey, praise well deserved, man. It is. So this one has quite a few old school Jewish cinema.
Yeah.
The Dybbuk, 1937. Mir Kumen On, 1935. So we got 37 in Poland, 35 in Poland. So we're also in that World War II era.
Early days, at least.
Yeah. American Matchmaker, 1940. In the United States. Definitely not Poland.
No.
Not in 1940, no. Overture to Glory, 1940. Tevya, Tevya the Milkman.
Kino's pretty awesome. They do a lot of really, like this collection here, they do stuff you would never have seen otherwise.
I mean, they put together the Golem, which was something that had was mostly considered lost cinema. It is great. And some of their sales are amazing. And the fact is, they put together some of the cooler 80s stuff as well. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of Rick Moranis credits I used to not have because of them. Let's see. That was 1939, United States. The rest of these are United States. The Yiddish King Lear, 1935. Her Second Mother, 1940. Motel the Operator, 1939. Eli Eli, 1940. And Three Daughters, 1950. Man, that's the most recent one.
Right.
Kino is there. Yeah, we're in the middle of Virginia's.
And actually, I'm reading a book right now that's basically the history of movies through movies. And the first one, obviously, they kick it off with is The Journey to the Moon by Méliès. And Kino did that one Méliès collection.
Yeah, which did not have Journey to the Moon.
No, I had everything else, though. Well, that was available, I guess. Anyway, my go?
Your go.
So the rest of that Sentai collection, again, I don't remember exactly the prices, but I think this was the more expensive one, which I was willing to go a little more because it's a newer series. I think this was the first time I'd seen it on a serious discount. But one of the, I guess, more talked about series that Sentai has put out recently is the show Rent a Girlfriend, which
I think it has 2 seasons now.
I don't really know. I'm so out of it right now when it comes to that. Brittany would know because she watches all the current stuff. But this looks like a pretty decent little setup here. I really love Sentai's collector's edition sets. They do make really nice sets. And for the price, what's that?
Isn't that Crunchyroll?
Well, I mean, it's a Sentai release, but they do have a Crunchyroll brand on it. Yeah. Everything's going to have a Crunchyroll brand on it before long.
Yeah, that's what's killing the industry.
Yeah, I know. But at any rate, though, this is, like I said, one that I was interested in. I saw it at a price. I was like, I could do that. So, for just a small little order, I could do worse.
Well, I think I got another one that could be a Kino. Is it? My eyes don't work as well as they used to. No, it's not.
Now, I was going to say, it doesn't look like a Kino set.
This is one I got because, again, I've been trying to get most of Rick Moranis' credits because there's not a ton of them. Like, I got a CTV. I think I showed that off in a pickup a long time ago. But I had to get this one because it's there. I mean, Rick Moranis, Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold is in that new Sean Phillips movie that may or may not come out. Who knows? Called Desert Fiends. He's in that, which is interesting. But it also comes with Wrongfully Accused with Leslie Nielsen, which is a funny movie. The late Leslie Nielsen, a great guy. One of his last credits being on my list, Stan Helsing, which he still was hilarious in it. I love watching it every Halloween. But, I really did enjoy a lot of these. And I remember watching this Rick Moranis comedy back in the day, and I do want to watch it again. I think that he was a great man. I guess still is because he's not dead, but might as well be because he's kind of like not. He's done a couple little things here and there, done some voice acting and stuff.
He's retired,
Truly, indeed.
He has done some fun stuff over the years. That is true.
I mean, well, I'll be watching him this Christmas regardless. So, hey, it's interesting. I do look forward to digging into this because, again, I'm a Rick Moranis fan, so I will be getting in there. And it'd be cool to see them work off to each other.
Let's see. I haven't heard anything recently about that.
Last I heard, he was talking about it, and then he got attacked by that one dude that just hauled off and hit him. And,
really?
Just some dude just walking around and just hit him like really hard and knocked him to the ground.
Some people.
Which I don't understand. Rick Moranis is not one of those that has a negative following. But, he did show up God, what was that movie? The Goldbergs. He did show up in the Goldbergs and reprised his Spaceballs character, Dark Helmet. And I've heard that they are working on a Spaceballs reboot, and he has expressed interest if there was a reboot of Spaceballs. He didn't do the Ghostbusters one because it was too small a part for it, but
it's all about little giants.
Indeed.
Yeah, that was one thing because he's basically retired up in Canada and he doesn't want to take the time out for a cameo, which I get that. You know,
but yeah, if the Spaceballs reboot, if the Spaceballs sequel does happen, as they've been hinting it for years, but considering a lot of those they've been hinting for years are coming.
They hinted it in the movie itself.
I mean, look at the ones they've been hinting at for years that have finally come true. Gremlins sequel is coming out.
Yeah.
That Ghostbusters sequel did come out, and there's a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming out. So how far-fetched would it be to have?
Yeah, but you couldn't. It wouldn't be the same.
I don't know. It depends.
Well, no, it wouldn't be the same. For one, you wouldn't have John Candy, so that's
no. You'd have to do something in that, but I could see. God, what's his name? Not Chris Farley. He's dead too.
Okay, here's an idea. They could do a Last Jedi spoof where Dark Helmet is now the hermit on the island.
Yeah, there you go. But
do that.
Actually, I could see Jack Black playing like Barf's son or brother-in-law or something like that, and do that in a similar way.
Yeah.
Because he's more similar comedy to Chris Farley, but it's close. It'd be kind of cool to see it. I mean, shoot, and if Mel Brooks could get behind the director's seat for one more time, you could just kind of lift him over onto it.
I don't think he would. I think
he's already 90 something now, so it'd be hard.
He's on record that he doesn't like directing in the first place, but
which is sad because I hate that Dracula Dead and Loving It is his swan song as director. It wasn't terrible, but it was probably the least good of his films.
Alrighty.
Your turn.
Is it? Okay.
I did. You went first, right?
You've done 3, yes.
Yes, so it's your turn, yes.
Yes. So, now for something a little different. I'm going to put up 2 of this year's movies, and one of them is one that I sure meant to go see in theaters. There have been a lot of those. There's a lot of those every year. And this year has been weird for me as far as going to the movies. Like right now, there's like 5 movies I'd like to go see. I don't know if I'll get to any of them. And that's the regular releases. They're also doing a special release of Fargo the week after Christmas, and I might want to go see that because I've never seen it in theaters. But anyway, I've been told that it might be a good thing I haven't seen this movie yet because it's a part 1 of 2, and supposedly the ending will piss you off until you see part 2.
Okay.
And that is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I've got my copy. I need to get it watched too.
I have, like I said, I have been told. I knew from the start this would be a part 1 of 2, but I've been told that it not only ends on a cliffhanger, but one that will make you angry. So I don't know. I do know that Into the Spider-Verse was one of the best movies ever released. And this has everything going for it to basically be a continuation of that. And the way even if they just maintain the course, it's going to be a great movie. I do know that it will be an essential one to watch in time for next year's Versus Awards. Yeah. But I'm not in a hurry to see it just because I'm going to still have to wait another 1.5 years for the second part. Too. Yeah, it's what is it? It's where is the length? I can never find the runtime. There it is, 140 minutes, so 2.5 hours. That was another reason I didn't make it to the movie theater to see it. But still, I got a good deal on it, and I need to watch it, so I figured I'd go ahead and grab it.
You know, I still have my copy of Prison School that I got for $10 back in the day,
Yeah.
and I still haven't watched it.
Mm.
I mean, it's not like I'm not meaning to.
Mm.
I mean, he knows I do watch stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's just I have so much.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. That's just my wife. And yes, she needs all that. Tissues. But in any case, I would say, yeah, because I've got so much that's in here, and I'm trying to weigh that down. My used pile is actually much smaller than it was. Matter of fact, it's to that point. Well, yours is about to get a lot bigger soon. So, you know, it's
yeah.
But my used pile is getting smaller, so I'm hoping to actually get into some of the new stuff. I prioritize used, but then I watch for so many programs. I watch for this program. I watch for Schlockaholics. I watch for Inside Movies Galore. I am watching constantly. Then I do the anime thing, and the one that we're doing this month isn't even one that's in my collection, and I'm not going to spend $400 to get it.
They did have it on Crunchyroll for about $200, but it sold out.
Yeah, it sold out immediately. And that's only the first 8.
Oh.
Yeah, the other 2 at the end is like the movies stuff. Sort of like that Bunny Senpai one.
Yeah, that sold out before I could get to it. I was so annoyed.
I mean, I got part of it, and I back ordered the movie, which I've been told more of those are coming in, so it's not out of print.
Okay. Cool.
From what I've heard, it's not out of print. It's just out of stock right now. So let's see here. You want some Migo?
Yes.
All right. So this has been mostly upgrading. I like a lot of these movies, and I said, well, I can get a nice, neat set instead of having them scattered around my collection, and they'll all be in 4K. And that is the Jack Ryan 5-film collection.
Nice.
Which is a pretty hefty collection.
Now, I like the Jack Ryan collection, but they have Sean Connery on the cover.
Well, Hunt for Red October.
Yes, but he wasn't playing Jack Ryan.
No, he wasn't. But who thinks of the Jack Ryan character in Hunt for Red October?
Well, that was Alec Baldwin, wasn't it? Yeah.
So we got that. We got Patriot Games. We got Clear and Present Danger. We got Some of All Fears. And we actually have a Jack Ryan movie that has Jack Ryan's title on it, which is Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit.
Right.
Now, I have seen all of these except for Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit,
I haven't seen that one
which
either.
was the only one not in my collection. But so 5 DVDs, which these were DVDs, all of them. So it'll be about to here. So it definitely shrunk space-wise in the collection.
Nice.
We always have to manage space.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that.
Hello to you as well.
Hi, Mike Manali.
Seeing us in a little bit of a, what do they call it, pop-up video.
Right.
But we will be back to a regular posting eventually. Next year. Early next year. That is the plan. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I like the set. It was compact. It was on an Amazon deal. It was really cheap. I mean, I probably paid less for this than I did for the 4 DVDs I had. So
that would be a good thing. I think I have 3, maybe 4 of those on DVD. I might have
smart looking collection too.
Yeah, I know. I might have Some of All Fears on Blu-ray. I'm not sure.
I mean,
I don't have Shadow Recruit.
Patriot Games and Hunt for Red October are 2 that are musts for me. Some of All Fears is there. So, you know.
I actually saw Some of All Fears in theaters. Would have been nice to see the others.
The only one that I'm not like going, this is definitely worth having is Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, but that's just because I've never seen it.
Right.
And, yeah. It might be good. I don't know. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Who plays them? I don't remember.
I don't know. It's music by costume design. I have.
Surely they would have it listed before that.
Directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's something. Tom Clancy written. Well, of course, they're all credited that one.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
The ghost of Tom Clancy, more like.
He's still alive for most of those.
Yeah.
Such small print.
It's right at the beginning, Chris Pine.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought, actually, but I wasn't sure about it.
Oh, I was looking elsewhere, but yeah.
Speaking of Chris Pine, I finally saw Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. That was such a fun movie. It was a fun movie.
Even though
I enjoyed it.
I have it, but this time of year, if I'm not watching a Christmas movie, it's because I have to have a good damn reason.
We'll have to watch it next year for the assignment, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we won't. Well, we will once we do the adjacent ones.
Right.
Because there's no direct role-playing in it, which is sad.
Well, not in the tabletop sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, my last one is actually also a 4K collection, but since I don't have a 4K player, thankfully it also has a Blu-ray. And this is actually the one thing I'm presenting that I have seen. Because I did make it to theaters for this, and it was an absolute awesome movie and an instant classic. And it is the Super Mario Brothers movie, the Power Up Edition, which had a different Chris Pratt, as well as Charlie Day and Anya Taylor-Joy and Jack Black in the main roles. It featured a hilariously meme-worthy song by Jack Black. He also had Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. They managed to fit in so many Easter eggs and also actually make a Mario Brothers movie that was based on the Mario Brothers game.
Well, one could say that the other one was loosely based on the game. After he took some acid and a lot of other drugs, eventually it went over there.
This is one where you take recreational drugs to enhance the enjoyment, not so that you will enjoy it. No, actually, that's not fair. We did cover the old Mario Brothers movie on Movies Galore, yes. And I think we pretty well agreed it's not a terrible movie if you don't watch it as a Mario movie. This one you can watch as a Mario movie and not feel ashamed of doing so.
So I still say that they missed the opportunity to get that wrestler guy. What was his name?
Unfortunately, this one is loose in the case, so I might need to watch this
I open
later.
Yeah. I usually, when I hear them loose, I will take them out of the packaging to get it done because I don't want to see any damage done.
Excellent fun.
Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I have been hearing good things about it, but I've heard that the anime has been plagued with a lot of troubles and continuing, that they've stopped after season 2 and so many other things. I don't know. What I'd like to see come out as a full set, and they're going to finish the 12 episode run this December, which is Zom 100. Zom 100 is great. I'm fully hoping that they finish it, and I would love to see a Blu-ray release. And I've heard that JoJo series that was exclusive to Netflix is getting a Blu-ray release. Thank God for that. I hate when they do that, when they make it exclusive and it's like streaming only. All right, so this is going to be the big one for you two.
Literally a big one.
You get to enjoy this because I will unpackage it for you. As you can see, Clerks, the trilogy. This is actually a limited set. It's a little bit dinged on there, but these boxes are not going to last.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They just aren't. So let's take a look at the big old set. So this is how it looks. It's there.
I like the back.
Oh, I love this in the back. Now I'll show you and I'll show them. So now watch. You do this, and there's the movie.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm going to show you. So like a movie return. And there is your discs. So I love that. I am a huge Clerks fan, and the first 2 movies I only have on DVD. I do have the Clerks X. Well, technically my wife does. So I've always wanted to update it. I need to look at the Clerks special features to see if all of them are on that, because they probably aren't.
Yeah.
And but as you can see, it's got all 3 of those on there, and Clerks 2 has both discs, so it's got that full on there. So there's the release of all 3.
Yeah. If they only have 1 disc for the first movie, though, that makes me wonder.
Makes me wonder too.
Yeah.
For that. Now let's see here. So I have officially copy 4,611 of 5,150. Only that many for there. I might actually eventually take these decals off and use them. I haven't decided yet. But this one here, I probably will, because it needs to be on the...
Which one? The I Sure You Wear Open?
Yeah. There's also digital copies, but I'm not showing all that.
Yeah.
Those are for my wife. She collects all my digital copies. But, it's pretty cool stuff there. I mean, after what Sony did with theirs, I'm kind of a little bit even more leery about digital copies. I mean, if you download them to the computer, it's one thing. But if you got them for streaming only, it really is touch and go, because Sony got rid of over 1,000 titles that people had bought. That tells you right there that you get your digital copy if it's for a streaming only service. You're not buying that. You're long-term renting. And so it is a sad thing. I don't like how that's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
it's very stupid.
But yeah, we might do one more of these pop-ups. I want to try and do a Christmas episode where we do, because we've done it every year. We've done a little gift exchange and so on. I've given away quite a number, but I'm probably going to only include in that exchange the ones that he doesn't know about. And we'll move that forward. But until then, for those of you who like the channel, you should check out the Unusual Christmas Chronicles. I'm doing that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today was Red Christmas. So if you like Christmas horror, it's another horror movie. And I've got another one by Steve Rudzinski this week. Then I'm off of him. And we're covering a lot of stuff that's very different. So I hope y'all enjoyed this.
Well, and also, if you're talking about unusual Christmas, you could join us tonight for Movies Galore. We'll be talking about Santa Jaws.
That is true. Or Schlockaholics, where we'll be talking about the Matrosia Christmas special.
And next week we'll cover Fat Man. That's a fun movie.
So, and on Christmas Day, we have a show arranged to talk about the worst of the 3 Grinch movies.
I don't know. Between that one and the Ron Howard one, it's...
I don't know. I just feel like
Was it you that was telling me they're making a sequel to the Ron Howard movie?
I think so, but
oh, dear God.
I don't. I did watch Mean One, though. The Mean One.
Okay.
And that is a horror version of the Grinch. Where the Grinch became a psychotic killer and cannibal. Well, not cannibal, because they're not, he's not the same race as they are. Killing and eating people, which is interesting. Done in the same vein of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Brings new meaning to roast beast.
It is actually funny because they do a lot of Grinch puns and stuff.
Yeah.
And they come close to mentioning it, but because they can't because of the copyright, they always cut it off.
Okay.
They say, yeah, that dirty old Grinch. And they're like, Finch, order for Finch. They come in here. But there's a lot of fun stuff this Christmas you can check out. If you're looking for Christmas anime, there are lots of those out there. I mean, there's that second Tenchi movie, Daughter of Darkness, the one of the Sailor Moon movies, Haruhi, Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. That's a big one on there, and a really good one.
A couple of them. Ken Akamatsu has got the short series Itsudate Mai Senta, and then of course Love Hina has the Christmas episode. You got a Rama Christmas episode. That's a classic.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, I don't know if you're going to be. You going to do your annual watch of the Love Hina one?
I don't know what I'm going to watch. I just right now it's hard finding time for anything.
Huh?
Like I got those 2 collections of the old school like Rankin Bass type Christmas specials.
Yeah,
I wanted to get those watched this year, and it's like
that'd be a good family activity if you get people together.
that's a big if.
Yeah,
It's a big if. Yeah.
And Kim and I watched Home Alone 1 and 2 back to back.
Yeah.
But I'll probably watch the others.
What are you doing, Anderson?
They like that little hole I'm going to. But yeah, that's the thing. But I hope you all have enjoyed this. Mm-hmm. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, of course, share. Sharing helps. We are hoping to increase our numbers eventually. Once we start doing it, once we start posting on the regular, and I do think once that tabletop horror series gets going, I think all you gamer types that might watch this, you'll enjoy this because there's stuff in here that nobody's heard of, that he wishes he hadn't heard of.
Would we recommend National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Of course we would. That's a classic.
Oh well, yeah, that's a classic. Now, one person said that it's no good. It's a terrible movie.
We did discuss that on Movies Galore, and we had one strong detractor. He claimed that if you didn't grow up with it, it was a worthless movie. I disagree, but I did. Well, then again,
I did grow up with it, so I can't really tell you. I loved it, but that's. But again, if you like those old '80s slapstick type movies or '90s slapstick, you should be fine with it. And if you've seen any of the other vacation movies, you'll know if you'll like this one or not. Because if you don't like any of them, you ain't gonna like this one.
Because it is pretty much the best of the bunch.
Yep, and Tom Arnold's in it. Is it Tom Arnold? No, not Tom Arnold.
No.
I don't know why I get him confused with Randy Quaid. They have some similar mannerisms in how they did their comedy. Yeah, they're both large men.
Could say that, yes.
But
actually, I believe in the movie they described him as a big beastly man.
Yes. But that's it for that. Y'all keep on the lookout for Amityville webcam. It's going to be published next year, one way or the other. I will figure out a way. So we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.